how do your teams address some of these issues, which are a little bit murkier, such as proactivity, critical thinking, things that aren't necessarily related to product knowledge, but are more of these kind of foundational skills that customer service agents need when they're part of a complex client?
Right. So critical thinking is a very complex training. I actually don't call it training. I call it a workshop because there's so many factors, that goes into the workshop. So I heard Lizzie earlier mention self-realization. We heard empowerment to, and it all factors in as well. To me, critical thinking workshop and three projects have already reached out for a similar session. We have two major components. The first one, which if you ask me is the most difficult to hit, is really the self-realization part that Lizzie has mentioned. It's, making sure that the agents really care about their customers. And that for me is the harder one to hit because, as you know, it's very easy, not easy, but it sometimes happens that agents become very transactional, that becomes very robotic in their approach. And we got to hit that as early as possible. And the way to do that is to go back to the roles, make them realize what the role is, why are they there in the first place, and how much power they have in resolving a customer's concern. Because if we don't hit that part right there, there's no care for the customers, the critical thinking workshop is not going to work. So they
I
have
think
to
that's
care
so.
first.
Yeah, no, that's so interesting because I was just talking to a CEO earlier today who talked about how he hires for customer support agents, and he says he wants to find people who have the natural inclination to not just respond, but to actually improve that person's day. So that
Exactly.
you're not just there to do a job. It's not just transactional. You actually genuinely want to help this person.
Exactly, exactly. And you mentioned it. It's, just even making a customer very happy, even though you can't really do anything. You, it's as if you've done everything you could, even if the protocol would not let you, even if the process would not let you. That kind of care is what we're looking for in critical thinking workshop.